All right, hello everyone. Thank you for coming back to my channel for another video. This is the second part of many videos that are going to focus on how I've used writing to improve my life and how I think you can potentially use writing in a similar way to improve yours. I have no idea how many parts there are going to be. I'm just going to see how far it takes me. So let's get going. Before I dive in, I should point out that I could just as easily title this video How to Build Your Ideal Future or How to Make Your Dreams a Reality, which sounds stupid and like I'm selling snake oil or something. But my point is that improving our writing abilities is synonymous with improving our thinking abilities. And when practiced correctly, developing your ability to write, your ability to think, is the first step toward being able to construct the kind of life that you dream of. I feel obligated to say here that I'm not selling snake oil. I know how, maybe difficult it is to talk about these things. The reality is, if you're going to practice your writing, if you want to improve your writing, it's going to take months of daily practice to do. Recording and sharpening your thoughts is the cognitive and communicative equivalent of lifting weights. And when we lift weights, we don't go to the gym, get a couple sets in, and expect to see results the next day. And that's because results are the product of hard work, and you're either willing to do it or you're not. But if you listen to my advice and are willing to do what is difficult, you will see results. And the results are a concrete and clearly defined plan for the future that you dream of, for your ideal future. So I can't promise that things are going to be easy or that this is some unknown, long lost secret that is going to transform your life overnight. Being able to clearly articulate yourself is a superpower that is going to follow you wherever you go in life. It's going to allow you to build relationships with people. It's going to allow you to manipulate the world around you, not necessarily in a negative way, but manipulate the world around you in your own favor. It's going to allow you to open doors, and that's kind of what I mean when I talk about how writing can help you give form to your ideal future. So let's backtrack. As I've said before, writing is a practicable skill. In my opinion, the best way to practice this skill is to formulate a personal plan for your future. And I think that because as you improve your ability to write, you are also forging a kind of rough path forward, which is really killing two birds with one stone, I think. Maybe to say it in a better way, this process of improving your writing or being able to more clearly articulate your thoughts will correspond with the development and crystallization of your plan for the future. And that's to say, your writing becomes better as your plan for the future becomes clearer. I think that's probably a way to say it in fewer words. This is all to say that writing is a skill like anything else, and getting better is a matter of continuously dedicating your time to it. And when you're drafting a personal plan and, again, giving your time to it, what that means is at the same time you're improving your writing skills, you're also kind of developing a picture of your future. And both of those are kind of working together at the same time. But continuously applying yourself with the intention of progress is hard, especially when, like I mentioned in an earlier video about improving your reading, improvement can't be visually measured when we're talking about, in that case it was reading, in this case it's writing. So what's a good way to keep you on track or to motivate you? And this brings me back to what I said earlier. Focus on yourself. This is the benefit of developing your writing by creating a plan for your ideal future. Now I'll focus on the plan itself, which has worked well for me to this point. And I guess if I have to qualify myself, I'm 23, earning my master's on scholarship at Johns Hopkins, and I also teach reading and writing intensive courses there to some of the brightest and highest achieving undergraduates in the world. And that probably sounds very official and maybe a little ridiculous and silly, but my point is that using this plan has paid off for me in ways I can't emphasize enough. The effects that it's had for me, that it's produced for me, are probably going to be different than the effects that it produces for you. You know, my ideal future features me being able to support myself with my writing. And for you, it's probably something different, but the point is to, use writing to articulate what it is that you want, what it is that you would like your future to look like. And so while our paths might look different, the process by which we move down that path is the same. It's all about articulating what exactly it is that we want. So here's what I recommend you do. Start with writing about what your ideal future would look like in 5 years. It can be shorter, it can be longer. Really, what you're trying to do here is basically just think into the future. And when I say your ideal future, I obviously mean within reason, but still, an ideal that is within reason, that strikes you as something that you really believe you could achieve. Write for as long as you can. This should be a free write, really a word vomit. Just focus on getting the words out and don't worry about making mistakes right now. The goal is to vividly imagine what your life could look like if you executed every responsibility you have to the absolute best of your abilities. So what does your life look like? How do you feel when you wake up in the morning? Where are you living? What's your love life like? Are you surrounded by friends and family? Financially, what are things like? Again, the purpose of this free writing exercise is to vividly imagine your future. As you write, you want to be visualizing what could be, and this is why you need to kind of just be willing to make mistakes during this drafting process, because the point is, yes, to get the words out, but first and foremost is to use the composition of this plan to visualize, to acclimate yourself to the picture of your ideal future. And maybe this seems kind of silly, but the power of visualization should never be underestimated. And maybe that kind of sounds silly too, but I'll try to explain. Significant life achievements rarely happen by accident. And if we're going to be able to create the best lives for ourselves and for our families that we possibly can, we need to focus. We need to leave as little room to chance as humanly possible. One thing that writing uniquely allows us to do is, think about how you write a sentence, how you write a paragraph, or how you write a series of paragraphs. It's, following a single train of thought and developing it, using every new word to kind of build on what is already there. And when we do that, when we give form to our ideas and build on what's already on the page, we're essentially engaging in a process of visualization. Visualization is a way to simulate future events, and that's a necessity. That's something you need to do if you're interested in correctly formulating a long-term plan. So just to reiterate, the first step is really just, write for, it could be 5 minutes, it could be 10, 15, 20, however long you can manage in one go. Just get the words out. Don't worry about making mistakes. What you're really trying to do is visualize what your life could look like in 5 years if you follow through on everything you have to do. In the next video, we're going to move backwards from 5 years in the present to present day. When you finished this writing exercise, what we basically want to do is have some idea in mind of what we want our future to look like, our futures to look like 5 years from now. And then from there, we're going to scale things back and move to the present day, write about the present day for a little bit. But again, I'll cover that in the next video. For now, I want to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share your thoughts in the comment section. I want to once again thank my video editor, Joey. I couldn't do this without you. I really appreciate your help. Yeah, I just want to say thanks again, and I hope you crush the rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.